Alrighty. Hey, hi, hello, how are you? I'm Pia and welcome to the start of a monthly reading vlog. I had a lot of trouble in September trying to work out a reading vlog for you guys because reading vlogs are my favorite thing in the whole world. I really do freaking love them. But with school and especially the classes I'm taking this semester, I'm doing a lot of reading that takes a lot of time out of the reading that I want to be doing for fun. I will also have like my wrap up and stuff. Like you'll see I was reading fun things, but just not at the like frequency that I wanted to, and like not times I could like pop in and say hi. So this is what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna pop in whenever I'm reading something fun and not for school for the most part, I think. But yeah, whenever I'm reading something fun, I'm gonna be popping in. So this is the October vlog, so hopefully there will be some spooky books in here. I just don't know. But it is October 5th and I just got a new mic. I also bought a new lens, but we're not using it currently because I bought the wrong one and I have to return it tomorrow. So that's on me. That's fully on me, but you know, it's fine. But I hope you enjoy the sound quality of this video. I don't know why I went so long without getting a mic. The mics that I wanted were like $500 and I love you YouTube, but you're not giving me that money and I don't have a sugar daddy, so I can't afford it. So I actually found a really good cheap alternative. So hopefully it is doing the most for the least moment. And then I have to return that new lens. I'm sorry, these are like not book updates. In case you're wondering, for like the longevity and fun times of my channel, I just want to let you know. Especially since I have a lot of street noise, I'm hoping the mic is going to be more helpful. We're on basic mode. But for now, we just have good audio quality. And I mean, you can see me fine. I'm fine. Let's talk about what I'm currently reading. You can tell, if you follow me on Goodreads, you can tell my mental state by how many freaking books I'm reading at once, because it is tragic. It is ungodly. It is not good at the moment. Oh no. This is so bad. I don't even want to tell you. I have an audiobook. I have an audiobook and physical book. I have so many physical books. 2 like actively. That's it. And then the rest are just like, I haven't picked you up in a year. Anyways, let's talk about the fun things. So I am like halfway through this book right here. This is Love Songs for Skeptics. I have actually brought this to school. I love having a book with me on the go. One of my favorite things. My bookmark is incorrect though. My bookmark is incorrect because I have, like I said, been listening to the audiobook and reading along. Let's see where I am and I'll give you a little synopsis. I'm actually really liking this book. I'm just not, like, I don't have the time or energy when I sit down to read this for the most part. By the end of my day, I'm so exhausted. This is about a music journalist. Is that a thing? We'll call it a thing. This young woman who works at, named Zoe, who works at like a music magazine, and she gives this boy band a bad review, and so now she's like, the whole fate of the company like rests on her shoulders. Like, she's the editor-in-chief and like she's gonna lose it, and she's having this whole little battle kind of with their agent, and because he's like an ass. But also, like, in the behind the scene, her best friend is coming back after 20 years of not living in London. This is British. He's newly single and like we're in love with him. No, I didn't write this book. I know it does sound like me and Christina would get along. But no, I'm really liking it. You guys know I love basically everything I just mentioned. Oh my gosh, why did I flip right to it? Okay, that's upsetting. Anyways, that's where I am now in the book. So a little less than halfway through, and like I said, I'm really enjoying this. I love the best friends lovers. I love music. I love rom-coms. Here we are, bing bang boom, we're doing that. I'm currently getting texts, like, what's going on? I'm popular today. I don't know what's going on. Don't ask me. I have some time while I wait for my my dinner to defrost before I can cook it. Adulting, it's me. I'm going to read some of this physically. I think I've been enjoying actually reading this physically better than reading it in the audiobook. I don't hate the audiobook, but I don't love it. I'm also reading a couple other things. I don't know if I'll ever update on this. The Christmas Murder Game. I don't know if I'll ever update on it. I'm 80% into it. I need to finish it. It's fun. It's decent. It's not bad. It's fine. And then I'm also reading The Kiss Curse, which is the companion to The Ex-Hex, which I read last year. Adored. Loved it. One of my favorites of last year. And this is really, really great. It's a little romance, a little spooky romance. That I'm gonna try to finish this book before I move back onto that one. That is my phone read, and it has, honestly, I've read 50% of it on my phone, and I have really, really enjoyed it. I love having a book with me. Don't get me wrong. But the amount of times I can't sit down on the motherfucking tea to read this bitch, it's not okay. It's not okay. Today I was like sandwiched between 2 people. I was like, can I be like smaller, please? I'll update you when I can. But yeah, guys, we were updating from the same day, so I'm winning. I actually kind of like this angle. We have my little shower curtain that I use as an actual curtain, and then my foam roller. I actually really need a new foam roller. She's just not cutting it anymore. She's like the basic bitch, which we love her for. Or I need like something more. But anyway, and then we have my fan. Very cute. But anyways, I want to update you on the book that I'm reading because I'm actually doing some reading. Thanks to Katie. I mean, honestly, it's all because of Katie. If there is one thing I love more than reading, it is reading with people. on live. And I've been reading. I am now 259 pages through this. I was like, did I finish that chapter? I couldn't remember. Anyway, I swear I'm doing fine. And I do want to say that this is not a romance. I mean, I think there is a romance. It's not a romance book, I would say. I would say it definitely falls more under the women's fiction chick lit umbrella. With that being said, it is covering some really heavy topics, and I just remembered why I stopped where I stopped, because I was like, holy shit. So I was like, this book just got so real. You wouldn't know that. Like, you would not. I'm obsessed with my guys. When I remember to turn it on, it's over. So I just want to like give that caveat, because like I obviously was here for the romance and I'm staying for the plot. And that's what I'll say about her. All the chapter titles are song titles, which I do like. It's not for everyone, but I like it. Oh my god, I can't. I always do this. I'm like looking at the last page and I'm like, but don't read it. Like less than 150 pages left. I'm probably not gonna finish this tonight, but I will do some more of it. It's not looking like it's gonna be the romance I want. And if it isn't, I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna be a little bit pissed, but I'm hoping we don't. Because, okay, if I came here for the romance and sure, I got a plot that was really interesting and I had a good time reading and I think was well done, but the romance isn't it, then I'm like, well, that's what I came for. Like, you know what I mean? Like false advertising, you know what I mean? Okay, I read the last page. Hello, my friends. It's actually the next day, so it is the 6th of October and I'm updating. So something is going right. I had therapy today, that's what. Actually, I wanted to multitask while I talk to you. I'm in my living room, by the way. I'm on my pink couch. Isn't it cute? It's really cute. Anyway, I will not probably film out here most of the time just because I have a roommate and I want to be respectful. And I feel like I'm a pretty good roommate, so I don't want to do that. So anyways, I was watching the refresh page. I need to do some book updates. So I'm gonna say I did finish those 2 books that I was reading, Love Songs for Skeptics, which I have. I'll go get it. Okay. So I ended up finishing this on audio, and I'm not gonna talk too much about it because I didn't end up really liking it. Yes, I did spoil myself for the ending, but I do think it went in a direction that didn't make sense. And I think I was very misled with not only the like synopsis of the book. Like if you read the synopsis, you are not going to expect the outcome of this book, to put it simply, and especially like in the romance especially. And I don't like that. I really don't appreciate that. I don't read a lot of like plot summaries and stuff like that. Going into books, I like knowing like other people's thoughts. I like to know like a general kind of idea of what's going on, a vibe, a trope that's used, something like that. But I don't like to know everything, but I do think that this is very misleading. So I really don't appreciate that, because I just think it's not very respectful for like the readers. That's the problem with like people who write synopses, like, or at least the back of the book, it's not necessarily the author, so like they might not have actually read it, so like there's that. But yeah, I just think it's marketed wrong. It's not a friends to lovers. Like it's not that, it's not really a romance either, but the plot was fine, like I said. And again, I just don't want to keep talking about this, so I finished it on audio because I didn't feel like reading it because it was making me annoyed. So then I finished The Christmas Murder Game. Again, I had very like lukewarm thoughts about this one. It was okay. I think it like relied a little bit too heavily on like pretty common mystery tropes, but I did think it had some shocking elements, and at times it was fun. So it was fine. I am trying to decide what I want to read next because I have a little bit of time to read. I have a lot of stuff coming up, but I want to make sure that I balance my time well, because that's super important. What is up with my hair today? Don't ask me. It's like, you have bangs? It's like, yeah, I do. I just don't know what's going on with them. But I'm trying to balance my time. So I'm like, if I have a read going, I'll be more inclined to do that. I have some arcs, but like that have already come out. And I think that's probably, I think those are probably what I'm going to be end up reading, like arcs, but they're already out, which is fine. It's just life, you know what I mean? Because there are like really cool, exciting ones that I got and I just didn't end up getting around to. Here's the thing. I'm listening to The Final Gambit right now on audio and I'm loving it. Like I love this series so much. I think it's so fucking fun. But that's my audiobook. Like I don't have like the physical copy. I could download it, but I just listened to the last one on audio and I really liked that. So like I'm gonna keep that as my audiobook. So I need something else, and now I'm like going against what I was gonna say I want to read physically, because I'm like, okay, maybe it's gonna confuse me, because I kind of want to read Foul Lady Fortune that recently came out and I had an arc of, but didn't get to it. But I don't know if that's gonna be too like kind of mystery things. Let me look it up. Is it shelved under mystery? But I want to read it. It's a this is literally what Chloe Gong has said. It's a speculative historical thriller inspired by Shakespeare's As You Like It. A Chinese period drama meets a Marvel movie. It says you should read her first duology before you read this. Well, I have this as, I already have this. I can't help it. I just feel like I'm in the mood for it right now. So I think I'm going to read Fat Lady Fortune. I think I fucking decided. And I'm really excited. I know I just read that she said that it spoils her original duology, but I do think that if I do really like it, I am gonna go back and read These Violent Delights and These Violent Ends. I mean, I'm hoping I like it. It's like, I feel like I need to say this because I don't think people understand. I read things because I think I'm gonna like them. It's not because of any other reason. Except school, like, that's about it. And the sequel already has a cover. I kind of don't love the cover of this one. But anyway, so I'm going to start that now that I have some time. Tomorrow I'm gonna do grocery shopping, laundry. I'm gonna outline some essays. I'm getting distracted from what I was supposed to be doing. Anywho, hello my friends. I am gonna sit down and talk about some books with you right now because I am in the middle of writing some essays and I'm not having a blast. So I feel like I need to update the vlog. It'll bring me a little bit of joy and then I can go back to my essay writing. It is now October 15th. I have a whole week of midterms coming up, which actually just includes 2 papers, a presentation, and a midterm exam. So with that being said, I've been very, very stressed. That's why we have the pimple patches on, if you can tell. But I have been reading a little bit. I have decided I maybe don't want to like put things on Goodreads right away when I start reading them because I tend to do that in times when even I might not have actually started the book. I might be like, okay, I'm gonna read this next, and then I'll put it on, I'm currently reading it. And then I have like this giant currently reading on Goodreads and it stresses me out. I'm taking things off. I'm like, I also don't want to like DNF certain things when I'm like 10% into this. I don't really. Anyways, right now I'm reading As Good as Dead. I do not even remember the last book I updated you on. I have no idea. This is chaotic. It's fine. I made a crumble yesterday. Oh, I'll show you. Oh, I'll show you. I'll fucking show you. I can put clips too. Oh, so exciting. So I started As Good as Dead. I'm almost 30% into this and I'm really enjoying it. I kind of forgot the plot of the last book, which was Good Girl Bad Blood, but I do like these. I think this is the perfect time to read it and I really do like the audiobooks. I kind of just want it to go there. Like, you know what? I support women's wrongs. I'm really ready for like some unhinged shit to happen. So I'm very excited that that will hopefully happen. That's my hope. We'll just have to say about it. It's a 3rd book in a series. Like, I'm still reading The Kiss Curse. There's nothing wrong with this book. There's a lot wrong here. I've said this before, I will say it again. My brain is like scrambled eggs, especially during midterm season. I have so many things like going on and trying to plan in my head with like every area of my life. And especially during midterm season, it just adds a whole lot of stress. So like, I have been mixing up things left, right, and center. Last week I thought I had a meeting and I didn't, and it was like, y'all. But anyways, 87% into it. Like, I'm so close to being done. I'm like very much like at the resolution. Like, I really want to know like how we're gonna solve the main problem of the book, or well, one of the problems of the book. So I'm very excited to get into that. I just haven't had the time or motivation. Like, when I'm on the T, which is when I mostly get my reading done on my phone, I've just been like zoning out. Fully just, but that's fine. It's fine. So I'm still into that. I'm a little bit further into Fat Lady Fortune and I am really, really enjoying this. It's so different and so like unlike anything I've read before. There's so many cool things going on, so many things that I'm so unfamiliar with, and I'm really loving like kind of learning about it in a way. And I'm having so much fun. It's like a very like, I don't know, it's a very fun like action, high stakes story. So I'm having a lot of fun when I am reading that. As for today, it is Saturday. I'm having like a little bit rough of a day, if we couldn't tell. But I'm trying to turn it around, you know what? I made a crumble. I'm gonna get to eat it later. I made it yesterday because I was really sad yesterday. I could cry about it right now, but I'm not going to. So I watched Harry Potter. If you know, you know. I didn't actually watch all of Harry Potter. I watched half of it because I'm literally a grandma and I was like, it's 10 o'clock. I want to go to sleep. I'm gonna go back to writing my paper. If you're wondering what I'm writing about, I'm writing about Kate Chopin and Toni Morrison right now. I'm not a lit major. I just happen to be taking a lot of lit classes right now. And if this is your first video of mine, I'm live laughing and loving it. Then I can go to my Agamemnon essay. I have so many essays to write today, this weekend, right now. Anyway, we might need like a self-care reading night. Hello my friends, it is 7:30 and I have officially finished my work for the day. I'm so happy. I got done my discussion posts, my short responses, worked on my essay, did some studying. We're done for the day. We can call it quits. And I can get back to the Kiss fucking Curse. I'm so excited. I'm gonna put on a reading sprint. I'm gonna do some reading. I'm gonna finish this fucking shit. Let's see actually how much I have left of it. I said I'm 87% into it, which I am. Oh, you know what? I have it on scroll mode, so actually I can't see. But I will probably be done with it soon. Give you a little update and then tell you what I'm gonna be reading next. It's an interesting way to say that. If I'm gonna go to Fat Lady Fortune, which I probably will, but you know, we'll keep you updated. So you guys gonna hang out with me and watch me read. Well, you're not gonna watch me read because that'd be kind of boring, but we can all just read together. It's October, therefore the spooky face mask. I look like a ghost, like we have all the comments. I have a face mask on because my skin is breaking out. Yes, but I did finish The Kiss Curse. It took me so much longer than it should have because I watched 30 minutes of The Sprint. If you watch Katie Coulson's Sprint, The Sprint hadn't started, but I had been reading. And then I was on the phone with my parents for a while, so cut down on my reading time, but I finished it. I give this 4 out of 5 stars. I didn't like it as much as the X-Hex. I like really love the X-Hex. I give it 4.5 out of 5 stars for reference. The other thing is I didn't like it. I just didn't think it was as strong of a romance, I can't fucking speak. I didn't think like Wells was as strong of a character. The plot, like who cares? Actually, I kind of like the plot a little bit better because like I don't get the whole ley line thing of the first book. It reminds me of like the Raven cycle and it like stresses me out. There was like some blood magic in here which I don't particularly enjoy and I do actually pretty actively avoid. I don't know, I'm looking at the mic. I'm like trying to project my voice to the mic. Anyway, I don't like blood magic in books. I don't try to read it and I don't like it. So there was a little bit of that and I didn't really love that. So I was gonna read some more of Foul Lady Fortune. My headache is like coming in waves, so I think maybe if I take some Tylenol will help that. But if it doesn't, I'll go to my audiobook. See, it's like coming back a little bit now. Hopefully I'll update soon, or rather than later. Listen, guys. Hello, my friends. It is Sunday evening and I've come up with a plan for my reading, at least for right now. I was gonna start reading earlier, like after dinner, and it's post dinner, like most post dinner, but I didn't, so here we are. I was working on homework all freaking day, studying, papers, homework, the whole shebang. I have a football date with my father on FaceTime in about half hour, so the reading is going to be cut short a little bit, but I do have an idea. So I started an audiobook last night, which is like, Pia, why did you start another book? I will tell you right now. I do usually have 3 books going at once. This is how my brain works. But also, I think this is going to be a good thing for me because I started another audiobook because the audiobook I'm currently listening to is as good as Dad, and I would love to update you on it because I can't fucking wait. But I can't listen to it at night because it's spooky scary. And listen, I'm not a scaredy cat. I'm not a fraidy cat. I just think my subconscious is. And I don't want to do anything that will interfere with like my sleep and stuff like that because that's like super important in my routine and in my life. So I don't want to listen to that and have bad dreams. So I started an audiobook. I started a poetry collection, which I love listening to poetry. I started listening to the audiobook for When You Ask Me Where I'm Going. This is by Jasmine Carr and I'm really liking it. I'm about 30% into it. It's very short. It's a poetry collection and I'm having a good time. It was like the perfect thing for me to listen to. But I did listen to a good amount of my audiobook. I think I don't know how far through I was yesterday. No recollection, but I'm about 75% into As Good as Dead and holy shit, it is so good. It is so good. When I said I support women's wrongs, I like didn't even know what I meant. And like it is so unhinged. It is so crazy. I'm like on the edge of my seat. I'm so anxious about like what the fuck is gonna happen. I can't believe it. I can't believe how gripping this book is. I don't remember being this like engrossed in the previous 2. I have to see though, because I know I gave the first one 4 stars, but I don't know what I gave the second one. So I gave the first one 4 stars and the second one 3 stars. I don't want to jinx it because I have no idea how this is gonna play out. But I'm feeling like I like this even more than the first one. It is so crazy, guys. Like when I say it is crazy in the best way. It is absolutely not the plot that I thought it was going into it. And it is so fucking good. I'm loving every second of it. I just can't listen to it right now because it's spooky scary. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to read more of Foul Lady Fortune. I was looking into the audiobook for Tom Felton's memoir and then I realized it hasn't come out yet. So whoops. I really want to read that because I love a memoir and I love me some Tommy Felton. I will actually officially tell you where I am because Goodreads is wrong on this front. I'm 10% into Foul Lady Fortune. So I'm going to read this for the 20-ish minutes I have before watching the Eagles game with my father. We have to like FaceTime to watch it because I don't have cable and we don't have like a fancy subscription that's like $60 a month. So it's a fun time. Why is the best lighting in my apartment literally here? Hello, my friends. Katie. Oh my gosh, I can't even see her. Well, Katie's having a spread because she knew I was having a bad day. I'm just kidding. Imagine if I had that power. You know what I mean? She was also having a bad day, which is kind of like cute and fun. So I'm in my kitchen. I'm just getting water. And I'm going to do some reading. I've said this. I literally scrambled eggs. I don't know. ASMR. I'm like in midterm season right now, kind of, which essentially doesn't mean too much. I go to like a liberal arts college kind of. It does mean I just have everything going on in the same week. So that has been very, very stressful for me. And I actually just got one thing pushed back. So I was supposed to have a presentation today, didn't happen. So now I have all my stuff the second half of the week, like from Thursday onward. So today's Tuesday, the 18th, and we're hanging out with Katie, and I'm gonna do some reading because it will make me feel happy, and I've had a bad day, I've been having a bad life. Yeah, so I'm hoping to read some of Foul Lady Fortune. I did start a new audiobook this morning. I started Love in the Time of Serial Killers, and I'm really enjoying it. It's so me. I'm really enjoying the main character's like narration, I would say, is something I really like. I just really like how she kind of views the world. It feels very, it's horrible to say, but it feels very similar to like myself. This book, if you didn't know, is basically all about this woman who kind of has like a meet cute, but has this kind of different perception of romance, in that romance can so easily look like the signs and warning signs of a serial killer. So like she has seen so much true crime that she's confusing this like possible romantic encounter or person true crime things that she's learned. So it's very fun. It feels very accurate to being a woman in this day and age and having kind of that be something you're into. So I am like 20% into that. I did really need to zone out on the tea today, so I didn't really listen to too much of that. But like I said, I'm gonna get back into Foul Lady Fortune because I'm so excited to read more of that. I don't know, I'm not like reading that many things at once, which is nice. So I'm reading Foul Lady Fortune and Love in the Time of Serial Killers. It's only 2 things, guys. Yeah, but if I didn't try, I would not be reading anything. So I'm going to go sit down. I don't know where. It's a great question. I could sit on my couch and read, which would kind of be fun. Going to do like a 24-hour reading vlog, but it was 11:30 last night. I finished my 7-page paper, almost finished my 5-page paper, and I was like, it's just not happening, dog. I'm just gonna try to read a lot today. I'm gonna be reading this book today. It's Do Take This Man. I have not started it. It's the new Denise Williams. By new, I mean I think it came out last month, and I just have not done a lot of physical reading, and I would love to read this today. I'm also having a really fun day. I'm going to the library. I'm very excited. I'm gonna get a library card. We're here in Boston. I'm very excited about that. This book, if you want to know, it's about a divorce attorney and a pro football event manager, and I will give you a better synopsis later. I'm not sure if I'm gonna talk about my audiobook, but I am gonna hope to just like do a lot of physical reading today. I finished my midterms and I just want to read, and last time I filmed this clip my mic was off. So hopefully you are on. I'm pointing to my mic, you can't say that. I'm gonna start this book and hopefully read on the tea. It's a lovely Sunday, so I'm excited. My kitchen now, and I got back from the library and my little outing. It was so much fun. I actually just like had never been to the Boston Public Library, and I adore it. Like there's not only like a normal section with like books and like places to study and stuff, but there's like a beautiful like historic like you feel like you're at Harvard studying section. So I had a lot of fun. I went thrifting, I got a dress, life is good. But I also did do some reading of this book. I'm now 62 pages into it. I was trying to read while I was cooking my dinner and I got some oil on it. So yeah, but I am really liking this. So our 2 main characters, we have RJ, who like is a divorce attorney, yes, so she doesn't really believe in love. She's a little bit more cynical. I love a good grump, you know what I mean? But we've got like 2 kind of grumpy main characters, which I think is kind of fun. They're both very like headstrong and stuff. She officiated this like wedding, this like impromptu wedding, and it went viral. So now she's like officiating weddings over the summer. And then we have this like former pro football event manager, Lear, who like recently left his job and is now just like helping out with wedding planning with his cousin. So they kind of have, I believe they're just gonna keep like running into each other and having to kind of work on these weddings together and learn how to work together. It says working together is no piece of cake, and that's what it seems like. Yeah, it seems really fun, and like I said, I'm really liking it so far. So excuse me, I'm having a fun time with that. I'm so happy I got a library card today. It's like bringing me so much joy. Speaking of the library, I have an audiobook. Yes, I was watching Ghosts. Side note. I have been reading Love and the Time of Serial Killers, and it's due in 2 hours. And it's gonna take me about an hour to finish it, so I think I'm going to hang out and just listen to it. I have a scone here that I made. I made scones the other day, or scones, because I love baking and it brings me a lot of joy. So this is from the Peter Bakes book, in case you're wondering. I'm working my way through some of those recipes. I made a crumble and now I've made scones. These are like his basic recipes. I'm a basic bitch. So I'm gonna switch over to my audiobook for Love and the Time of Serial Killers. I don't have many thoughts about this right now, just that it's very interesting, and it's an interesting concept. And I also like just don't know where it's going at the moment. I'm about halfway through it, so I'm almost done with that. So I'm gonna hang out, eat my scone, and finish up that audiobook, and then I'll get back to physically reading. Don't you worry. I just gotta finish it so I don't lose it and then have to get it back. It's a whole thing. Libraries, am I right? So can't live with them, can't live without them. So, and I will let you know my final thoughts once I have finished it and eat my scone. It's delicious. My paper is submitted, my pajamas are on. I'm in business. I'm so happy I got that paper done. I was like literally planning on getting it done last night and then this morning, and now it's done. Very exciting. So very excited to like sit down and read my book. Such a fun time reading it. I did, however, finish that audiobook. I sent it off back to the library. Guys, I have not even tell you how fucking excited I am to have this library card. I probably already did this. I took some time to go through all of the audiobooks that they have, and I was a little bit, I'm gonna be honest, I was pretty like, not apprehensive, but I had pretty low expectations because I was like, okay, this is Boston's library, so it's like, yes, it's gonna have a lot of titles and things, but I'm sure there's just so many people that have library cards that want the books. And there's gonna be nothing, like everything has a big wait, and things do have a big wait. I am on holds that are like several months long. Like that, they don't even tell you how many, and they're like, you'll get it when you get it. Like, it's just, however, there are a lot of things that are available, like so many cool things, and I was like just looking through things that were available just now, because just knowing that I'm like 22nd in line is like a little bit sad. I'm 75th in line for this one. Oh my god, that's so fun. Love and the Time of Serial Killers. I haven't even marked it on Goodreads, so let me do that really fast. I think I'll give it 3 stars. I don't even know. It just like didn't do much for me, and I think that I did so many romances. Hi, how are you? That it is so, don't even, this is like always my caveat. I'm like, when I don't like a book, I'm like, well, I do read a lot of this genre, so I've seen all of the tropes. I know the story structure like the back of my hand. Like I set myself up for this, but I also have to say that I find this in genres that I don't read a lot of, like sci-fi. I don't read a lot of sci-fi because I don't tend to like it. Am I just bored because I'm a writer and I see what is coming? I don't know. Or was it just not the best book? It was fine. I didn't really love the romance. I didn't love the romance was fine, but like once it got going, I was like, okay, so this is the plot, this is the conflict. I think that some of the strongest things for me for this book were the side characters were great. I really loved her brother. I really like how her brother is trying to propose to his girlfriend, like longtime girlfriend, and I just like really liked that plotline. It was very cute. Her like thesis, I just didn't care. I just didn't care. The whole serial killer like anecdotes were fun, and then they got boring. So that's where we're at. I'm gonna read more of this book now because it's 9 o'clock. I don't know when we're gonna go to sleep because, like I said, I did not get much sleep last night. But you guys got to experience me and on my post run glory. Did not have the best run today, having a bit of some issues. But anyways, I'm here in the morning. Because guess what, guys? My morning class was canceled. And by morning class, I mean it's at noon. I need to go stretch and shower. But I went to pop in and say, hi, I went on a run. It kind of sucked, but we're moving on. So, okay, I know I haven't filmed much today, but I've literally just been sitting. I'm in my room now, but I've just been sitting on my couch, just like this. You know, and I just don't think that's very entertaining. I have been reading this all day. It is almost 1 o'clock and I finished it. I have not read a book this fast in so long. I actually just really don't like the angle right now. Sorry. I haven't read a book this fast in a very long time, like in a day, you know? And I don't think this was the best book by any means, but I think it was interesting and it was fun. There are certain parts I liked about it. I think it was cute, but like it did some like weird things. It like took some choices that I like wouldn't have done. I don't know. I think I'm finding that I enjoy books more when they take me out of like the real world and I'm just like fully invested and in the world of the book, because when I'm not, I am thinking a lot, not necessarily more critically, but I am thinking a lot more like a writer, and I am going like, huh, that's a choice. You know, when I'm not focused on that, that's really great, and those are probably some of my favorite reading experiences. But nonetheless, I did enjoy this book. I just think it was weird how it like skipped over scenes, like how we got to places, and like there were no like transitional scenes. And I think that's something that I thought a lot about as a writer, which is like the not necessarily getting from point A to point B, but especially like transitioning between heavy scenes and especially scenes of like action, like going from action to action. There needs to be like a little period of like respite and stuff. At least to me, I felt like I was like missing pages of the book because I was like, got to a point and I was like, okay, we're in the car, like we're like, how did we, I don't know how we got here. And like, it's kind of weird how time, place are dealt with in this book. So unfortunately not my favorite Denise Williams, but it was fun. I just loved How to Fail at Flirting so much, but I am really excited to read her other book, which is like a fitness romance, I believe. Like it's like a woman and her personal trainer. But I mean, it didn't have like the kind of like, I mean, I guess it had some like deeper elements, more of like just like their past relationships were probably the most different from other books, but I also thought it was fun. Anyway, I would probably give it 3 stars, which is kind of unfortunate. Like, but it is unfortunate, you know, that it wasn't like a favorite. That was my 155th book. Lordy, 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 lordy.
Hello. It is a lovely Thursday night. It's 10:44. I've been spending the last 45 minutes trying to figure out why my camera is not working. And I've done lots of troubleshooting. I've tried to fix it myself and I cannot fix the problem. I think I should quit. If you are curious, the mirror is stuck. So like the shutter mirror is stuck and the aperture lever is stuck. So it won't click. I hate that this happened at like 10 o'clock at night, which is like the worst time. And now, you know, it's a little, I just want to film an update and then like read, you know what I mean? Like I wanted to get on with my booktube life. Yep, my sleep timer just went off. It said, hey, go to sleep. Thank you. I'm never up this late. I guess I should film a closeout to this vlog because I don't honestly know what I'm gonna do with my camera situation. So I was planning on starting a new vlog tomorrow, so I guess we'll see. I hope you enjoyed this month-long vlog. I really didn't know what I was doing, and I'm sorry if that translated. But I hope you got lots of like tidbits of things. Oh, to finish out, I am like 40 pages into The Way to Blood, and I'm enjoying it. I just actually lost my loan for the audiobook from the library, so I'm gonna have to keep physically reading it. But I have physically read some of this. I actually don't really like the audiobook that much. It is a full cast, which like I usually like, but I find the narration kind of annoying. So I want to say like we'll see about the reading, but that's probably my last reading update. Well, definitely my last reading update for this vlog, but I don't think I have anything else I have not updated you on. Hope you enjoyed it. Give me a like. Pray for my camera. Yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to all the things. I'll see you in my next video. I gotta go to bed. Bye.